When it comes to storing my gear both safely and securely, Pelican cases are my go-to for this. But this is not just true for larger items like cameras and lenses. In fact, this is equally true for smaller items as well. And so in this video, we're going to talk about Pelican's Micro 10 series line of cases and discuss why they have become my main choice for smaller items and why you may want to consider picking these up as well. So first and foremost, it is worth noting that Pelican makes a number of different models within the Micro 10 series. This includes the 1010, the 1015, the 1020, the 1030, the 1040, the 1050, all the way up to the 1060. And while yes, many of these are going to vary in size and shape between each of the models, they're going to have a number of consistent attributes across them. This includes the small yet lightweight polycarbonate body that these cases are ultimately constructed from, and this plus the weather-tight O-ring seal results in these cases being crush-proof, waterproof, and dust-proof. And yes, as a fun fact, if you're ever curious, you can look up these rigorous testing specifications on Pelican's website because they actually publish publicly all of the different documents and testing scenarios that these cases were put through. So yes, in this case, being waterproof means being submerged in under 1 meter of water for up to 30 minutes. The temperature conditions these cases support ranges from -10 degrees Fahrenheit to up to 199 degrees Fahrenheit, or -23 degrees Celsius to 93 degrees Celsius. And yes, you can even see the load test performed on these cases, which goes well into the hundreds, if not more, of pounds. Yes, what you're seeing right now is me standing on top of a Pelican 1040 case, and I think if a case of this size and weight can handle that level of pressure, that is a very, very good sign. Now, in terms of other consistent elements between these cases and Pelican's Micro line, they're going to each contain an automatic pressure equalization valve that helps with air pressure inside the case. Each of these cases contain a single-piece open throw latch, and ultimately this makes accessing the contents within the case and opening and closing it a very smooth operation. As you'll see here within the interior of the case, you have a rubber liner that helps protect any of the contents and also the interior of the case in general. These cases also utilize stainless steel hardware, mostly including the hinge pins that the cases use. Now, throughout all of the different Micro 10 series models, these also include a ring latch that you can use to attach different accessories along the side of the case. Of course, if you wish to not use this, you can easily just remove it, and that's what I've done in most of my cases. And given these are Pelican cases, of course, they do come also with Pelican's lifetime warranty. So yes, the same warranty you're going to get on Pelican's larger cases like the 1510 or the 1560, you're going to find in these small, much more affordable cases as well. Now, as I mentioned, these cases are going to vary a bit in size and weight, but they all are a part of Pelican's Micro series line, so expect them to be certainly on the smaller side. And just for a quick example here, the Pelican 1010 has exterior dimensions of 5.9 inches in length, 4.1 inches in width, and 2.1 inches in height. Now take that for what it is, and now contrast this with something like the 1040, which has exterior dimensions of 7.5 inches in length, 5.1 inches in width, and again, 2.1 inches in height. Among all of the different models, I've chosen the 1010 and the 1040 mostly because in the case of the former, the 1010 happens to be the smallest of them, but still fits a great amount of smaller accessories. And in this case, the 1040 represents a good balance of having larger width and length, but also being able to keep the same height as the 1010. Fun fact here too, in terms of size, something like the Pelican 1010 can actually fit kind of standing upright or on its side within Pelican's 1510 cases. Now, if you're wondering what I use these cases for, or perhaps what you could use them for, I truly do think that the sky's the limit. In one example, I use this to hold a bunch of different USB-C and other type of charging audio-related cables, because of course USB connectors can be so brittle, and these cables aren't particularly large to begin with. Now, I also have a separate 1010 series case that I use to keep batteries in. Yes, in this case, rechargeable Panasonic Eneloop AA and AAA batteries, because yes, if there's something you definitely don't want getting crushed or corroded within the contents of your bag, it is batteries. Now, for something like the 1040 that contains more real estate, this is something that I use as a case within my main audio bag, ultimately carrying things like different power adapters, audio-related adapters like XLR to 1/4 inch, also being able to store items such as Rode's VXLR adapters, and so on. You have a number of different options that are going to allow you to store different contents within these cases, and the rubber liner pretty much ensures that no matter what you're putting in it, these items should be well taken care of. Now again, in terms of the price of these cases, this is going to vary depending on which model and option you choose. In the case of the two Pelican models that I'm showing here, the 1010 tends to retail for around $20 to $25 US, and the 1040 tends to retail for around $28 to $30 US. Each of these come in a number of different colors and configurations, which yes, frankly, some are going to probably be out of stock and harder to find compared to others. One thing you're definitely going to want to keep in mind is whether you want a clear or opaque lid for each of these cases. Now in my case, I've chosen the opaque lid, mostly because this not only hides the contents within the case, but because you also get the added rubber liner within this lid, whereas if you choose the clear lid, you do not get the rubber liner. That said, the clear lid, while not providing a rubber liner, is going to at least let you see what's within the case easily, so that is an option you can think about depending on what your use case and needs are. In summary, there are not many other small cases I would entrust with keeping my gear safe and secure other than these Pelican Micro 10 series cases. I've been using cases like the 1010 and the 1040 for the better part of 3 years now. None of these cases have had a single issue in terms of their overall build and construction, and perhaps even furthermore, none of the items I've stored within them, no matter the conditions, no matter the circumstance, have gotten damaged in any way, shape, or form. And so if you're in the market for a small case that can handle some big use cases and expectations, these Pelican Micro 10 series cases are definitely something to check out. So that is my take on Pelican's Micro 10 series cases. Hopefully this video has been of some help to you. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe if it has. I have a lot more content around Pelican cases on this channel, and there is definitely more to come, so subscribe if you like videos like this. For now, that is all I have to say, so thanks for watching.